We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's the rookie out of Clemson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
He finds his man complete. That's Spencer. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third.
Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
You talk about this Rams defense.
Well, they're squarely in the middle of the pack against the run this year, number 16 in the NFL.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Purdy. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Loss 2nd and 12.
The Niners at 7-1 now on the year. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Shifts free at the 15. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jacoby Myers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Looking to throw. Haynes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get out.
Last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
So on fourth down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they're on a first or second seed come playoff time.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. They run it with James. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, 49ers.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
After the touchdown, wants to kick it off.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. You look at this Niner defense.
Well, they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's third down.
Operating from the gun, Haynes. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Purdy looking to throw.
This is Fant on the short completion. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to get a lot of trouble.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 8. A give left side to Robinson.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
He'll try and do this himself. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check out. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Haynes. He finds his man complete. That's Spencer. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
He finds his man complete. That's Spencer. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He finds his man complete. It's Spencer. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. And the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And this one is right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Niners. A great play there. first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. He's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for L.A. 43 yards. Back to throw now on first down. Out to the flat. It's complete to his running back. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to bring up second down. They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Haynes. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And all the way down to the 5. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Open man right side, Myers. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one goes for 36 yards.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Shotgun now with Purdy. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Final play of the half, Purdy. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Noah Fant in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers would extend their lead here just before halftime. And that flag accepted. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. A final shot before break. Haynes. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start
yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Now he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The end result, 21 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice game.
And a short game down to about the 33.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know the securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
2nd down and 8.
Outside. 18. Watch out. Start.
Again, it's Robinson. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start the drive with Wilson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Shreds him with a stiff arm. Still going. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. 76 yards. And the Rams get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Rams 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot. Up 2 scores here in the third quarter. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 88 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Play action. Now Purdy. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 41 yards. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Purdy. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And they are going to score on a fumble return. Touchdown, LA. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a... And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
41.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
That's complete to the tight end, Terrence Ferguson.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
Gain of 16 yards. First down, Rams.
Off play action. Haynes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
That's dropped underneath for Wilson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Spencer. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Wilson with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's good for Rams. First down.
Operating from the gun. Haynes to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make the play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Wilson is into the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. So a great second effort there as he's able to stay upright and get into the end zone.
I think not just a second effort. I think a 3rd effort was what got him in. Maybe possibly even a 4th.
Yeah, whatever it was, he was not going to be denied. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. And finally, he's out of bounds, but not before a great return. He's all the way inside the 30.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
Watch out!
On the ground, it's James. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
53! Get set!
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Trying to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
So a big one coming now for Will Lutz. The kick by Lutz is good.
So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Tutu Atwell.
65 yards. And the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, not really giving up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Purdy from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
2nd and 9. Purdy from the gun. Now he'll tuck this and run. They'll find Ayuk open right side.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. Sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Purdy. He's got Ayuk once again.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Get set, get set. Up.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Niners get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Set to kick off.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive. Haynes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Here's 1st down.
Operating from the gun. Haynes. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Mykel Williams in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long.
Back to throw. Haynes. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
For the Rams field goal.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that'll move him back within 6 now. So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the 49er hands team does its job. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way.
A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Purdy will throw for it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Haynes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's Jair Brown who's got it.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. As they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
45-yard line.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And down to the 36-yard line here. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Back to throw, Purdy.
He wants it all for the end zone. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. 35
quarter.
Rams 35.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Michael Williams able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Bennett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Get set. Get set. 18. What's up?
Hand off now to Robinson. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.